Evening all, how are you doing? It's 6 o'clock Monday night and it's still quite light outside, which is brilliant. That means winter is on its way out, spring is nearly here, and that is a good do. I like the days getting longer, it's just better. I like winter, but yeah, it gets a bit boring after a while. It's one of the things you appreciate when you travel and go abroad. The seasons are quite awesome. Today has been a workshop day. I've been getting a compact front box with the wings finished off. It was the one that was painted red and I wasn't happy with the paint, so we started again. Sandblasted it and repainted it, and now I've reassembled it and it looks spot on, absolutely stonking. So that's going to a chap called Lewis White and he will pick it up at some point. Not often they get picked up, most of the time they're sent out on a pallet, but for this one it's fairly local, so he's going to swing by and collect it. And I'm pretty sure it'll look epic on his tractor, so that's good do. I don't know where he's coming from, it he's going to do when he's passing. And then I've been doing a bit more painting, spray painting another frame, and I've got some quite exciting news about spray painting. Once, hopefully, if it comes off, I've got a solution that doesn't involve me having to deal with paint suppliers, which for their benefit is probably a good thing. In fairness, the paint supplier we use at the moment, they are really good, and like this morning I ordered a can of paint and it was at our spot delivered at our spot by the time I went home for lunch. So I can't fault Paintline at all. It's just, it's better that someone else does it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we might have an answer. This week is going to be quite a bit of Lactoline. I've got to catch up, top and bottom of it. I've got behind. There's quite a lot going on with Lactoline at the moment, and basically I need to catch up on a lot of stuff. Need to catch up on getting compact front boxes out the door and going to see potential customers of Lactoline. So going to be heading to Wales and Stafford and just try and get as many people seen as possible, which is sometimes a bit challenging, but that's part of it. So yeah, it's 6 o'clock, I'm going home for my tea, and then I'll get a bit more SolidWorks done tonight, try and get a few more jobs sorted, and yeah, hopefully get a bit further. Morning all, it's a cracking sunny day here, cold, frosted last night, but it's yeah, hellish day really, kind of days I like. So I'll show you what I'm on with at the moment. So I've been painting compact front boxes, the frames ready for assembly, and I'm on making the wings for one that's sold. So those are the bits that go into making a wing. Started making them a bit differently, so the whole idea is that they go together as easy as possible, strong, and yeah, don't take a lot of. So these little notches here line up with these bits here, so they end up looking like that. So when it comes to putting them together, it's pretty straightforward. So yeah, got 2 of these to do, and then get them dropped off. We'll put wash fold to get them painted up there. See how we get on doing that. That's 2 compact front box frames, the 1.2 metre wide HD versions, and a set of wings. And I'm going to drop them off at Truck Technics at Laven, and hopefully they will be the solution to my paint predicament, and they'll get it sorted. These have already been sandblasted, but I'm going to take them up there to get them painted. So yeah, hopefully that'll be the end of that. So that's the compact front box with the safety wings going out to its new home. That's the 25-year anniversary. Fergie to celebrate. Carl's Billington selling Massey Ferguson's 25 years. So they wrapped it in silver. It's pretty good. Morning all, it's Wednesday morning. I'm heading to Carnarvon, northwest Wales. It's 6:30 in the morning and it's cold. I'll just show you this. It's frosted overnight, so it's -4.5 degrees. But in fairness, on the radio they're saying they've got snow down south. So yes, it is fresh this morning. I've just been to the workshop to collect a few bits that I forgot to do my job. So today I'm still on the lane, so I'm not on the highway, which is why I just put my seatbelt on. I'm heading to a farm today via Leeds Plastics because I am doing Lactaline work. I'm fitting a Lactaline to a Dairy Master milking parlour, and what's quite exciting about this is a farm that I've been to twice before. I ended up there when I worked for Crone and I was a demo driver driving a Big X, the forage harvester. I went to demo the forager to a contractor over there, and we ended up at where I'm going. And then they rung me up and said they wanted some drawings doing. When I started on my own, I was doing building drawings for dairy buildings, and I did a load of work through what are they called? Damn it! What are they called? Oh, Kite Consulting. Did a load of work through Kite Consulting, and just by chance, I didn't remember at the time, but I was driving up the farm there thinking, I've been here before, and sure enough, same farm. So I've done all the drawings for the buildings that I'm going to go and see, and the parlour and everything. I did the drawings probably 2015, 2016. So I'm going back to something that I drew, which from my point of view is pretty awesome. Once you've done the drawings, and I don't do the building drawings much anymore, once you've done them, you've no reason to go and see the final outcome unless you have a reason to go back in the future. So most of the time I've sent drawings all over the country and I've never seen the outcome. So for me, that's quite exciting. So yeah, we best get on and get to Leeds Plastics and then Carnarvon. So that's the parts collected from Leeds Plastics. That's a few bits that they've been sorting out for us. So that's Leeds Plastics. So now, head to Carnarvon. So there we go, that's my ride. So yeah, 150 mile, oh that's Chester there, so that's all the way across the top. The worst bit about this journey is the M62. I try and avoid using the M62 because it's always a pain. There's always traffic jams, it's always slow. If anything, I'll go on the A59, or if I'm going to Lancashire, I'll go straight up the Dale to Hawes and that way to avoid using the M62. But obviously, because I'm at Leeds Plastics, no choice. So do a battle with the M62. Mint. Currently stationary near Birch Services. I did quite well because I got as far as here before I got stuck. So yeah, but we've got plenty of time. I don't start milking at the farm where I'm going till 1 o'clock, so we can got a bit of time to play with. Only need about an hour to put it on, and yeah, jobs are good. I've just stopped near Mould for a cup of tea. I've brought my trusty flask with me and all my tea making equipment. Just have a quick break from driving and a cup of tea and a mini roll. Then we'll get up to the farm. Should be there for about 11, which will do nicely. And then from there I will go to Hotel de Rose Villa. So that is a laser, and it's putting a green dot randomly throughout the building. So you can just see it there, and it'll go wherever it goes. Just randomly going around, and that is to scare the birds off, because birds don't like lasers. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. I've just finished at the farm I've been at playing with Lactalines, and it's been snowing while I've been there. You see the snow on the hills over there? And I'll just open the window. Look at that. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? So I'm up in just outside Carnarvon, north-west Wales. So surrounded by big hills. I'm now heading to Mike and Vicky's. Morning all, how are you doing? I've abandoned ship. Last night I went from Carnarvon to Mike and Vicky's at Stafford, and they were giving snow for today and tomorrow, and I sort of thought, well, it can't be that bad. Anyway, woke up this morning and it's fairly snowing, and I'm in Lindsay's car, and as much as it is 4-wheel drive, I don't really want to push my luck, and I didn't really want to ring the farmer that I'm meant to be seeing today and say I've chickened out, but I did, and he said I don't blame you, so that was pretty good of him. I'm just on the A50 near Uttoxeter, and yeah, it's fairly snowing, so I'll just jump out and have a look. So yeah, it's pretty snowy, so I'm just going to try and get home in one piece. That's the job for today. So thankfully Lindsay's car is 4-wheel drive, which means that hopefully if I get any bother, it'll be as good a chance of getting out as anything. So yeah, don't normally expect this in March, but anyway, bash on, get back home. I've just stopped at Morrison's at Rotherham to fill up with diesel and clean the front of the car off because it got plastered with snow and cheeky Cremek. I've just got back home, it's 1:45, I had to call in somewhere else, so I've got on pretty well and the roads weren't that bad. And it is snowing here, but there's not as much snow as there was at Mike and Vicky's. And so, yes, Lindsay's just pulled in front of me. But one of the reasons for chickening out on this evening's visit was because I was due to go there at 2 o'clock. They start milking at 4. Potentially I would have ended up leaving sometime around 7, 8 o'clock tonight. So trying to come home in the snow and potentially mess and in the dark wasn't very appealing. So that's pretty much why I chickened out on staying down there. And in fairness, they've got more snow down there than we have here at the moment. But there's a lot more forecast, so I'm quite glad I came home. I've never been stuck on the motorway for hours, and I really don't want to end up in that situation. So yeah, come home and I'll get some jobs done here, and first of all I'm going to get some lunch. So morning all. It seems abandoning ship yesterday maybe wasn't such a bad idea, because last night we got a fair bit of snow and it's still snowing and we've got icicles, so yeah, that's a fair dump is that. But I don't know how long it's going to stop around. It's obviously slid off the bonnet of my pickup in the night. That's a load of snow down there, but it snowed again, and it does seem cold enough for it to stick about for a bit. So yeah, that's going to impede progress a bit today. We've got quite a lot to get on with, but I could have done with being in the workshop really, but I've also got plenty to get on with at home, so we'll muddle through as best we can. Just doing a bit of sneaky lunchtime sledging. So I didn't take the girls sledging, so we'll not be out here too long because it's quite wet. But keeps them happy. Jobs are good. That's the Yorkshire Moors over there, and then you're looking up towards Middlesbrough and the northeast over there. That's Horby Castle sticking out the top of the trees over there. And you come round, and that is looking up Wensdale. So you're looking up towards Laven, and a long way away is Hawes. Morning all, it's Saturday morning and I am heading down to the workshop. Snow's still here. It is cold. We've got icicles on the gutter, but a lot of it went yesterday because it got so warm. So you see icicles on the gutter. In fairness, it's so cold. The snow's gone from like being wet and like making good snowballs to pretty much like powder. Look at that. It must be very cold. Which also means the workshop's going to be freezing. So we'll have to get the space heater fired up, and the roads are going to be entertaining. So we'll try and get to the workshop in one piece and bash on. That's quite impressive. It started sliding off and then it's frozen. It's like a... don't often see that in this country. It's -3 to be fair though. Look at that. That's the frame that's had its first coat this morning. So it's going to be JCB yellow to go on a fast track. So it's going to take a few coats just because yellow does tend to, yeah, it takes a bit to get it thick enough without it running. So that's that done. This is what else I've been on with, putting this together. So putting the lights in, I put the box in yesterday and bolted it in. Putting these lights in and wiring them up. I'm just going to put this on and peel the plastic off before I tighten it up. And then around here, that plugs into the socket on the front of the tractor, and then that button there changes the sequence on here. So there's 3 white and 3 amber, and they do different programs depending on what you want. I'm just going to pull the plastic off that and bolt it up.